Last time on Lawful Stupid, Darlene and Gus traverse down this cliff face. You guys make it through to this cavern. You see a folded missive and a bracelet.
Cool, I'm just gonna pick it up.
You hear a voice that comes in. Oh dear, not again.
Oh goodness.
My name is Cassiel.
We can dunk him in some soup after we find Dad's letter, perhaps?
Oh, that's right. It was right underneath of him. You can just pick it up and I'll look at it. I can read. Children, this cave houses secrets untold. There is a mine to northwest. This new race has been mining it, but they found something otherworldly there. I need to go investigate the mine and stop what's going on there. Meet me in the north. Take this bracelet. It'll protect you when I cannot. Let's book it on back to Prentice. We'll just go from there.
There is this implosion inside the Panda Express. You see May.
What the damn hell? Where am I?
May?
Gus? Baby!
May!
You guys are heading back to Prentice, yeah?
Yep.
Darlene and Cassiel work the crowds, handing out coupons, trying to make money, and then we flash to May, who's baking up a storm, and we see Gus just having the time of his life. Our view shifts. All you hear is the echo of dripping, and you hear the soft, rhythmic sound of a metronome. All right, so the four of you are gearing up to head to the mines.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That all sounds real familiar, and everybody's totally in tune.
Totally.
Yes.
Definitely.
Correct.
Excellent. I love
Like
it when a
from
rhyme
the
comes
letter.
together. Yes, like from the letter.
We're gonna get there so fast with our hover tires.
Our hover tires are going to get us there lickety
And
split.
our two donkeys that are secretly druids. Yeah.
In their mech suits.
In their mech suits.
And
yes,
their mech
correct.
suits. Yeah.
This is a part of your DM. You go, yeah, the last session was kind of foggy. Did I approve any of that bullshit? Wait a minute. That doesn't seem like none of those things seem float on those flying donkeys.
No, we talked about it. Sensors floating disc cast on all the tires.
Yeah, that's right. And then it was like 300 gold or some nonsense.
Yeah, we paid for it, and then he took. I promised to do his birthday party or something.
I think maybe for it because I'm like super rich from all the money that Gus has been sending me.
Totally.
Yeah, they cashed in on the money.
Yeah, you got all that money that's in the post currently. I knew it was coming. I'm good. I borrowed against it. I've got a loan.
It's trifle. I stole her wallet on the way out.
Anyways, so there was a letter from last episode warning of these mines that he wanted you to look into. We had a goof where we realized that, and now we're going back from Pantheon. From the main city, Prentice, back to the mines. Is that correct?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful news. All right, so it's about 6 days, give or take, from Prentice to the mines. Is there anything you want to accomplish, or are we going to scoot right along? Because good chance we're going to scoot right along.
I don't got nothing. I spend 6 days dunking Cassiel in various soups.
Oh, that's right.
Part of that time, I am the driver of the cart because they're knocking boots in the back.
Ooh.
You keep using those words. I don't think they mean what you think they mean.
You keep looking back there and we're just cooking.
It's certainly steamy back there.
But every time you look away, it sounds like we are not cooking.
There's sure a lot of slapping. You look back there, they're making pizza dough.
Just hear kissing sounds the whole time.
You look back there, there's like spaghetti noodles
like
everywhere.
Really exaggerated.
Well, there's got to be some baking, right?
It's just like a slow montage of like me flicking flour onto his nose and him like throwing
Sneezing.
like little sprinkles at me and like a little food fight.
I turn into a little bird and I help her make pie crusts. A little anti-spotted canary.
I get out my like pistols and I'm just like shooting little chocolate mop balls out of them like into the air, and he's like catching them like
Everybody.
When we're resting, the bracelet's like the hoop that the little balls go through.
It becomes like a challenge thing. We're now like on teams.
Mm-hmm.
We've invented a new sport. It takes the Agos by storm. We retire from adventuring.
Yes.
We play this new malted milk ball sport professionally.
Everybody roll me a performance check, please.
Got it.
Yeah, sure.
16 for Cassiel.
14 for Gustum.
19 for Darling.
I remember how to do this.
I like that a bracelet is rolling for performance here.
That's right.
I mean, you could do some
Just
sick
imagine it,
twists.
like-
You know, like when you like flick
It's like
the
gears
coin.
spin left and they spin right and they spin left.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
6 plus 3, 9.
Excellent choice. So with the 19, Darling, over the course of this period of this trip, you all have cast votes to Sugar and Spice, and Sugar and Spice have decided they like you the most. At least this trip.
Hooray! I'm the favorite.
Is she like really upset about it?
It's like kicking the tires. Stupid. I hate everything. Yeah, so you guys make this trip, and as you approach, there's almost like a downward slope, and you're still deep in these woods that we've talked about, where it's almost like the west coast of America's woodlands, where it's like spread out enough that you can kind of walk and traverse, versus it being like bunchy and nasty. And so you guys approach and you see what looks to be like a small mining outpost. There's a couple smaller buildings, half a dozen or so, and then there's the mine that seems to be recessed into the hills. As you guys approach, you don't necessarily see anything. Is there anything you guys want to do as your cart begins to pull up towards this place?
No, I need to get a little bit closer.
Could I see if there's like any animal tracks in the area or like people tracks?
Signs of life,
Yeah, signs of
one
life.
would say.
Like
Yeah, roll a
yes,
survival check.
please. A 22.
Yeah, so you're riding across the cart, and as you guys are approaching, you're kind of keeping an eye on the left and the right of the road, or maybe not road, but path, and you don't necessarily see signs of stillness. The woods around you appear to be alive, just like everything else.
Okay. Not too concerned, but I'll be keeping an eye out.
And so you guys continue. Slowly, Sugar and Spice pull the four of you and the Panda Express into this small mining outpost. The architecture on these buildings is similar to the ones inside the cave, and that would be information that Gus and Darling would pick up on. The style is similar. a little older, more on utility, less on flourish, and you see a couple small indescript dragon statues in windows and on my doorsteps. And as you approach the mine, there has been a stillness in the town. You haven't encountered anyone so far. So as you approach the mine, you're able to see a couple things. One, you're able to see that the actual structure to entering the mine is wooden, and you can tell that whoever was mining this has put a lot of thought and care, a lot of engineering. It wasn't just thrown together. There appears to be a complicated looking rail system that you can see to move carts in and out that kind of lead into the mine. As you guys approach, you notice that, the Panda Express, one, will not comfortably fit inside the mine. And two, that there's no recent sign of life.
Well, it is noted in Sugar and Spice's contract that they don't go underground.
Looks like we'll have to go by foot at this point.
Okay.
Hopefully it's not another trick by Dad to
Not
try and get
all
us
of
killed.
us have feet, Sprout. Gesture to the bracelet.
Yeah.
I apologize, Cassiel.
Hey, Castiel, real quick, which one was your favorite soup?
I have no idea.
It was
Name a
float.
soup, Ginge.
Name a soup.
May leans in, like, especially interested in finding out someone's favorite food, like.
Nice.
Ginger roast stew.
Let's see. Hold on. Is it like something with the Sylvies in it?
Oh.
Yeah, my turbo electro soup.
Yeah, the turbo electric soup. I mean, it was okay.
Yeah,
I
I
liked it
think
more than the rest.
There's excitement that starts and is quickly peaked.
Yeah.
that's fair. It is a different kind of experience.
I actually would like to, I think, elaborate on an element of this bracelet really quick. I think we've. I don't remember exactly how we laid out the description last time we played, but
Pretty jewel, silver.
yeah, just like a jewel with like this mechanical looking, holster around it. But the jewel, I think, whenever you asked that, Gus, you saw the color change to kind of like from like a red to like a little bit more of like a slight more towards green, and then back to red immediately.
Are you trying to be
bro.
a mood bracelet?
You're a mood ring. We had a guy back in Riverside who used to sell those, man. I thought they were a bunch of bunk.
I wonder if they all have secret voices in those.
They all got dudes. Cassie, I know where your family is, bro.
That just means they get pissed off when you hold your thumb on them for too long.
It's the kindergarten all
That
over
changed
again.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys proceed into the mines?
Yeah, dark vision check. Dark vision.
Yeah,
bracelet vision.
it is a
Perfect.
D&D requirement that whenever you're going to go into dark vision, somewhere that's dark, you just have to be like, I have dark vision. I got it. I have it. It's
I
mine.
got it. But I'm going to use dancing lights.
All
see
right.
color.
Avon wants to see colors.
That's
Right.
right.
So nice.
All right, so you pull up dancing lights. It's a small area, so you definitely illuminate what you need. How far out, forward, and behind do you want to keep them? Just don't ask me technical questions.
30 in front and 30 behind, one in the middle
Yeah,
ish.
yeah. I mean, that's gonna light up the tunnel for a while as you guys are walking. So you guys begin walking down this tunnel, this mine, and it's. Do any of your characters have experience underground or in the subterranean situation?
I spent an autumn as a mole.
My brother died as a vampire.
Relative experience. My brother died as a vampire underground, so I can't have a thing about it.
Like a whole fall season.
Yeah, there was a whole season
that I spent as a mole.
It says something about Gus. I don't quite know what it is, but so the air quality begins to change, right, as you go further into this mine. And it's not long before you're greeted by what looks like a complicated pulley system at the top of the cavern, and what you would understand as an elevator. I mean, you've seen them, right? Because Apprentice and stuff like that. It doesn't look the same. It's a...
Hey!
Go ahead.
I want to cast a spell.
Okay, yeah, what would you like to cast?
Conjure animals.
Ooh, okay.
I'd like to conjure 8 beasts of challenge rating 1/4 or lower. Can I just pop out 8 canaries real quick?
No, but I will say you may summon 8 small birds, but you have to invent on the spot how they are unique from canaries, but they're basically canaries.
Okay, so here's what I do. I reach into my pack and I pull out these small metal tins. And you might not recognize them at first if you're not in the food preservation business, but these are cans. And I pull from my waist a can opener, and I open one of the cans up, and when I pop it open, it's like once you pop, you can't stop. Like these little crisps, these little potato flakes. They come out, and they're flapping in pairs, and there's like these little potato crisp Pringle. I mean, not Pringle. That's a brand name. These homogeneous potato crisp birds that fly from the can, and they are canaries.
Oh, nice. All right. Yeah, you summon 8 of those.
I'm just gonna have them flock around me and land on my shoulders.
That lasts for an hour, right? Or is it longer than that? Okay.
Up to an hour.
Now Gus doesn't have to walk anywhere. He just flies with the little canaries on his shoulders.
He's like, oh, smart, we can use those to explore. And Gus goes, I don't like to walk. And they just kind of pick him up.
I'm not Kristoff, damn it.
Yeah. Which is one thing I agree with that dragon. It's walking's for the birds. Potato chip birds. Pick me up. Let's go.
May delicately seasons them. Just gently, inconspicuously.
Here you go, little
I want
guys.
to snack on
Almost
them.
like it's a treat. So you guys approach what looks to be like an elevator system. Again, the mechanics function the same, but you guys aren't unaware of a pulley system. Theirs just looks a little more complicated. And then your other option is to kind of head down this spiraled looking pathway to the left. Should you choose a path, please?
So with the pulley system, is it with ropes and things, or is it chains?
There's chains that are moving across, and like I said, you see these chains go up, and in a normal pulley system is kind of up and over, right? It's pretty straightforward. These kind of go up, and they start snaking into this complicated wheel gear system.
Can I like whistle to one of my little crisp friends, one of my canaries, to go see?
I think you do, but every time you go to the whistle, it just makes the sound. Like once you pop, you can't stop sound, but not that sound. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And what do you?
If I
want
pop at it rhythmically, can I get it to just to fly ahead a little bit and see where that pulley would like lead to?
Yeah, and you're able to do that. I think it squeezes through a couple of spots in the elevator shaft and floats down. And how does it report back to you? Is that
I don't know to what extent it can communicate with me.
I think you have to eat it. I think it's a one-time use, and you have to eat it, and its flavor.
I agree with
will,
May.
yeah.
That's pretty good. That is very good spell flavor.
Very good.
It could even like give you maybe like some hallucinogenic properties. maybe you like
maybe because of the spice. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So this bird flutters down, and it flutters back, and it flutters right up in front of you.
And Gus, without saying a word to anybody, just chomps it out of the air.
And there is an aroma that fills your nostrils, and a taste that explodes. And you're able to see everything that potato crisp saw on its flight down. And it's about 10 levels that elevator has. And it looks pretty serviceable. Nothing truly stood out to the bird. One thing you noticed is that the levels below levels 8, 9, and 10, their landings from the elevator definitely seemed a little more rushed in construction.
Yeah, barbecue. The lift is safe all the way down to floor 7 for sure.
Why don't we go down to floor 7 and walk the rest of the way down?
I mean, I don't know if we're going to the bottom. It's a bold assumption, Sprout.
Dad didn't say where to go. I assumed the bottom. That's the furthest place to go.
Well, maybe we gotta look for clues. See what happened here.
Level
or we
at a
go
time,
to the
then?
bottom. I don't care.
Well, a level at a time then.
Okay.
We could see how long this elevator will last with us all on it.
You better not be calling anybody fat. That's rude.
Yeah.
I love the idea that Castiel's just like making ominous threats. We'll just see how long everyone lasts on the elevator.
Yeah.
Let's not count our canaries before they hatch.
I'm just calling him Big Furred.
So the canaries will float in.
One falls. Shit.
Whoa. Hold on. If I keep eating you, you can't carry me. What do you guys want to do?
Let's take the lift down. Or is there anything else of note on this, like, floor, or is it just like kind of the
landing.
entrance?
It's kind of like an opening. The first floor seems almost like a lobby. There's an assortment of like tools that appear to have been abandoned, or unkempt. Right, like it's not put away well against the wall. And remember that rail system I talked about? That spirals off and goes down that spiral, so you'd be walking around that as well. But there's nothing of major note up here. You can just tell there's the only thing that makes sense to you from a civilization standpoint is there's a board up there on the wall, and all of its notes are in a language you don't understand.
I would like to take a shovel, if there's one, and then
yeah, you
move
go
on.
pick up a shovel.
Thank you.
Goron tradition.
Yes.
No, it's in pretty decent condition. I mean, it's no Atlas Farrier special, but it is 100% a serviceable shovel.
Perfect.
Yeah. I guess we'll just take the lift down a floor and see what happens.
Yeah, so everybody loads onto this elevator system. And once you get on there, you can see, it's pretty obvious there's
there's like a panel, and then there's symbols that ascend and descend, and there's a lever you pull down.
All aboard!
You just move it down one.
Yeah.
And you hear this almost rusty whirring of chains as this elevator shifts and rocks and slowly begins to ascend you down a floor. And there's this period where it's just you guys, very short period, but it's you guys and the walls of the world. And so for a minute, it is black out. Well, I guess you have dancing lights on you. For a minute, you can see how enclosed you are as you go down to the next level, and it kind of halts and shudders.
During the brief moment where the elevator's going down and like we're enclosed off and it's just us and the dancing lights, Gus is going to go...
And there's a stuttering and a shake as it halts at the second floor of the mine. And you guys are able to pour forth into the second level if you wish.
Ding!
I'd like to think Darling would write on her fan the symbols and maybe question if they're numbers and put that in order.
Okay.
Otherwise, would like to go look around with everybody else.
Yeah, you guys disembark from the elevator, and the first thing you see is it is way more structured. On the second level, there's equipment and workbenches, and almost like a seating area based on these pieces of wood and stone that are arranged almost in bench-like fashion, and there's a smaller podium, almost like they maybe do meetings there or something like that. And on this floor, the rail system that I mentioned, it kind of passes through this main room from one end to the other, and you can see it's headed back into what you could only assume is the beginning of this cavern system.
What do you think, Castiel? This is where they used to do, like, talent shows?
This deep down here, probably not doing something enjoyable.
Acoustics.
Nothing good happens after 2 a.m. or 10 below surface level. Oh, this was very weird specifics. Yeah, so that's what that's the vibe you guys get from this area.
Well, you guys want to go to the next floor?
What brought us to the mine again?
A letter from my dad that said the mines had gone screwy there and we need to go check it out.
Got it. Cool. Nothing looks screwy here to me.
There nothing else other than the podium and the pews and the stage.
Yeah, I mean,
like
all in order.
curtains.
also to note, you guys have now walked through a small outpost and 2 levels of mine and not seen anybody.
Yeah, the absence of things is telling
Should be
enough.
a concern to most people. It's like walking in a coal mine, modern day. Like trucks are just sitting there, nobody's working. Seems normal.
I've seen weirder things, like a panda man with chips flying him around.
No. That makes sense.
I'm not weird. I'm eccentric.
There's no money in eccentric.
Upon approaching a world with no people, May just feels like, why look a gift horse in the mouth? Like, look at all this nature.
Look at all this quiet.
What a beautiful space.
So much room for opportunities.
This whole thing could be a restaurant.
There's probably lots of rare ingredients here that I've had a chance to.
Does already have a pulley system too.
I'm sure they're just waiting around the corner to surprise us.
I hope not.
Surprise! It's a bunch of people. Oh, you're not Jerry. Then the zombie revolution starts.
It's super awkward.
As long as it's not whatever.
That's the
took care
challenge,
of
is get out of this
Chico.
super awkward situation that you guys have stumbled into. Quick, you all
What'd you
have
do
to
with
pretend to
Jerry?
be
I don't
Jerry.
even know who Jerry is.
Who's Jerry? Where has he been? What do I know? All right. Next floor.
Next floor.
Yeah, so you guys get back in the elevator and just one notch down, and there's a lurch as the elevator groans and descends
favorite member of the
further
Addams
into Goron's depths. You hit the next level, and there's a shake and a tossling as the elevator.
What flavor of
halts.
shake is it?
Chocolate. So not very good. You know, chocolate is my least favorite out of ice cream flavors.
I like a strawberry shake.
Oh, strawberry shake sounds really good. I had a Dunkaroos milkshake Saturday night. Tasted just like
dude.
Dunkaroos. Oh, I fucking so
Amazing.
good. Had marshmallow around the rim of it, but I digress. And so you guys lurch and you're left to the third floor. You can see that the third floor is less circumstance and ceremony. It is way more down to business. From where you land off, you can tell that there are clear racks of tools. There is like a large bin that appears to have materials in it. And then there's this rail system that you see that kind of goes by you again and then begins to descend into this cavern on this floor that kind of has a small slope to it.
Hello. Anyone
You call out?
home? Yeah.
Good. Yeah, so you call out, and what do you say?
Oh, just hello. Anyone home?
So Jen will make that sound real echoey and cool when you call that out, and you hear your own voice return as the echo bounces forth.
Sprout, they sound just like you.
Oh, they do, don't they? It's amazing.
I'm just funning. I know how echoes work.
Oh, they should tell you you're cool. And then just yell out back in, Gus is cool!
And a moment later, you hear the shallow voice of Darling. Gus is cool. Darling, what is your passive perception again? It's pretty high, right? It's pretty dumb. It's like 30 million.
Not as high as mine.
19?
Yeah.
Damn, it's one higher than mine.
Yeah, it's pretty high. Darling, with the 19, the air feels thicker. It's almost like walking through a warm Jello. You know, it's not quite resistant, but it definitely feels thicker than it did a level up.
Like humidity kind of vibe?
Humidity, and also it kind of feels like you're walking through something. Like, you ever walk through mist and you kind of feel that?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. You can kind of feel it move as you move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you feel it feels off that way.
I think while they're walking around, she'd like take her fan and then start kind of like doing, you know, in the car you move your hand up and down with the wind.
Mm-hmm.
She'll like do that with her fan to like feel the air, just kind of like get more of a sense for it.
There's a noticeable pull or delay against your action. Most people wouldn't notice it, but as somebody who has a tight control of her body and the muscles and how it moves, you can kind of tell the difference. It's almost like having a couple degrees of accuracy off in your hand-eye coordination.
Feels kind of weird
Can you
out
try
here.
to move your arm just a little bit less?
No, and she'll shake the bracelet more as she does it.
I can still feel that, even if it's weird.
The air feels weird. I'm sorry. You're just testing it.
Who knows what we're getting ourselves into?
Trouble. If it's anything to do with Declan Derringer, it's trouble.
You say that like you're not afraid to press forward.
Gus is gonna turn to you. He's gonna look heartbroken. Big sad panda eyes. I've got stuff to do with Declan Derringer.
Ooh, daddy issues.
You think?
Nate's just like soothingly touching his back, like it's okay.
I'm gonna eat one chip. I'm gonna eat one canary.
Dr. Krog back at home will resume your sessions.
May notices you eating another canary out of comfort, and she turns to you and asks, like, what did that taste like? Maybe we can get a read on, like, what's in the air.
Roll a perception check. Shane?
Fuck yeah, potato chip canaries.
As I imagine the horrible dying sound of
I've rolled
these bird
just
creatures.
a dirty, slutty 20.
The chip almost tastes.
Tastes like poison!
It tastes stale. Like it's been sitting out too long.
Almost like something sucking the life out of it.
Is that what May says to guess? It kind of tastes
Way
stale.
to add some drama, Kayla.
Something is sucking the life out of it.
This is my first adventure. I'm like noticeably like closer to Gus, like, ooh, speaking.
This is what you do? Oh, great. This is what you did before we met? Neat. You said it was dangerous. This just seems fun.
Don't worry, babe. I'll protect you.
A rattling of pots and pans. Oh, God.
Gross.
I can turn into a mole. Wink.
Wink.
Off loudspeaker mode, I'm gonna just quietly talk to Darling here, and I'm gonna say, pretty sure I'm not being dipped in terrible soup right now, right?
No, you're not. You're not in soup.
Why does it feel muggy and gross?
Because they're being awful cute and gross.
Ha!
Oh, between the other two?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I wasn't gonna say anything about it, but personally, yeah, they could take it down a notch.
Our love is palpable enough it makes you feel like you're swimming in soup if you're in close proximity.
Is that the emotion I'm clinging on to?
It's weird if you're too close to them when they're in
just what love feels like.
You want a
Jen.
shower.
I'm feeling bad for Avon right now. Like, that's just what love feels like, Ginge.
Yeah,
I mean, he is a robot.
It's wet and everywhere, you know.
I'm not a moody ring being dipped in soup in our actual relationship.
Well,
I know of.
Listen,
I am a giant panda man in ours.
Well, this has been relatable. Yeah,
should
all right.
we go
so you
down the caves or the elevator?
No, we can keep rocking the elevator. Till, like I said, once you get to the 8th floor, it's a little sketch.
Okay.
I probably wouldn't go past the 8th floor.
Okay.
Okay. So did you go down one more?
Yeah.
Who's moving the shifter?
Sprout.
Probably Gus.
I'll move it.
Yeah, Sprout. So Sprout,
I'll use Cassiel to make him pretend
Just
he's doing
include
it.
me.
Yeah, include him.
So you take the bracelet and like put it on the lever.
Yeah.
The weight of the stone slow.
Oh, it feels good to rise something again.
Just to be useful, just to feel needed.
Just to feel needed. So you go down and you shift down to the 3rd floor, and as you kind of let go for it to lock into place, it drops 2 more. And it departs and begins to move you guys down. And to note, this elevator has been pretty smooth the first couple rides. It's a little more rocky now, almost like it's slipping gears. And it's like dropping a feet at a time versus like slow, measured descent. And then it hits that fifth floor. It hits that floor and kind of locks into place. And you guys see the opening of the fifth floor. And it should be noted that so far you have not seen any sconces, torches, illuminated light of any kind other than your own.
And still, then that continues to be true on this floor as well.
That is true.
Told you this elevator wouldn't last long.
Well,
You touched it.
You did say that. What's this floor look like? What can we see?
Once you exit the elevator and pour into this cavern opening, much in the same that you have like a rail system that goes through it, that these carts can move on. There's more tools, but it's everybody roll a perception check.
I'm also operating without a character sheet here, Dwayne, but
That's fine.
15.
I got a 2.
What did you actually do stats at all?
I did not.
Oh, good. We'll just
Good.
assume you have +2 to
I got
everything
an 8.
since you're a story element. So
Okay. That's 4 then.
I wish I could be a story element.
I need you as a star, my man.
Then I could
I
beat
rolled
Avon's passive perception.
several. I don't remember.
Okay. Way to show him how to do it, Shane.
A long time passed. It's not a lot.
Longest
I don't
45
know,
seconds of my life.
like 14.
Okay.
15.
50. I want everybody who's listening to this podcast to know I called for a roll. One player stats we're making up on the fly. The other player goes, I rolled a couple and I forgot. And the third one goes, 15, shrug, as if I'm just picking a number.
I said I rolled 8.
Thank you, Kayla. Thank you for showing up to play this game properly.
And it's in D&D Beyond, mine and guesses. Like,
See,
right?
And so is
Can't
mine.
you guys all see it?
There you
Yeah,
go.
I rolled a
I don't,
15
but-
actually. So
Oh, sorry. I
suck
didn't
it.
know that.
That's okay. It's fine. I believe you guys that there's a level of trust there, unless someone says, 15? Question mark? Big shoulders.
I
was
rolled,
thinking-
I
I'm
don't
just
fucking know,
gonna keep
12.
making you doubt it. It's like, that was a 2.
She's like, I don't want to say it's a 24. Wink. It's a 24.
How about we call it a dirty 20?
Yeah. With a 15, darling, you're able to notice that this floor, while it has the same racks for equipment and there's some workbenches, and what you can tell is maybe like resource bins of some kind, some of those bins have been knocked over. There's a level of disheveledness that does not look like it makes sense to be here.
Like it's a more of a mess rather than like organized kind of thing, like the earlier floor.
No, it's more. If you ever walked into like a classroom and there's chairs that haven't been pushed in, that's messy. You ever walked into a classroom and there's chairs that haven't been pushed in, there's a couple that have been thrown onto their back, there's some desks pushed at it. It definitely looks like a more chaotic scene was left than just people being lazy and messy.
What's it smell like?
Roll. You already rolled perception check. What was your score?
15.
With your nose, you get advantage, so roll another one. If you're looking
Only
for
when I'm
specific
shifted.
smell. Oh, only when you're shifted. That's right. It smells. So I talked about the air being stale above. The air is almost hollow as you like breathe it in. It feels fragile and dry.
Well, they were in a hurry in this room.
Yeah. But it doesn't smell like monsters or nothing. So I don't know what they were spooked about.
I'm glad you said that. Everybody roll a wisdom saving throw.
Just a dirty, slutty, sexy 20.
10.
What's your total?
20.
16 on the dice, so plus 2, 18.
Oh, pretty good. May?
$14.
Excellent. So with that, Gus, what's your passive perception? 18.
18.
Gus, you see Avon is taking in these deep breaths as Darlin is taking in these deep breaths, and as she is breathing, you see these almost like vapors breathing in, and it's being dispersed as she's breathing out. You can kind of see the air is, for you, visually different. There's like there's not a color to the vapor. Like anybody who vapes or whatever, you see the smoke. It's more opaque than that. It's almost like you're seeing whatever's in the way of the world go in and out as she's breathing.
In this order, Gus is going to rush to May, Sprout, and then himself, and quickly pull clothes up over the face to make a makeshift mask. That probably sounded great. He's going to pull clothes over
Good
face.
audio, good podcast.
To cover up their face to make some sort of makeshift mask. Be like, so I'm officially worried about the air quality.
I got
Thank you,
it.
Sweet Pea.
Everybody try not to breathe so much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Cassio.
Yeah.
I think you're fine.
Oxygen.
You just see these giant breaths coming from the bracelet.
Quick, Sprout, pull down your sleeve.
I'll just wear them underneath the sleeves now. Can't see anything. Can't breathe.
Just keeps getting more
you
interesting.
gather, you huddle everybody up, and then what do you guys do next?
Let's keep going. Let's go, but not via elevator because it was spooky last time. So we'll go via the tracks, and we'll keep going down with. Let's move with a purpose.
Yeah, you guys move with urgency as you head down the spiraled hallway tunnel with that track. And again, so a standard tracks for railroad that we as humans know are these cross-barred systems. It should be noted that there is a third rail system here. There's 2 rails and a rail in the middle, and there's notches down that center rail. And so you guys are traversing down, and you hit the 6th floor, and it is quite obvious there was some form of exodus as you hit the 6th floor. Tools are tossed, carts are knocked over, the mine entrance towards the caverns that you would go and get resources from and gather materials, that appears to have been partially damaged. So there's a pillar that has been broken, and you can see where the cavern didn't cave or anything, but you can see what was a supporting pillar has been crushed and forced further down. Other than that, much of the same.
Honestly, I figured you guys would have turned around and left at this point. This is getting a little creepy even for me.
Well, Daddy Dearest said to come check it out. So, being the good little son and daughter we are, we're going to go do it.
We don't have any other leads, Sprout.
I hate to say it, but if your father's here, it might not be in the best condition.
He probably won't be. There'll probably be like another letter, and that letter leads us to another letter, and that leads us to a riddle, which leads us to a puzzle, which leads us to an ancient medallion, which leads us to a letter. Just like we'll get there. Don't worry.
You do
And
all of
eventually
this
we'll
because
just make
of
it
the
back
letter.
to our house again, and he'll actually be in the basement that we didn't know existed.
I reckon,
Most likely.
I reckon he's been in our hearts the whole time.
Happy Easter! You haven't heard about Easter? I'm starting it. Let me tell you what it's about.
Eggs. Eggs are a major component.
Eggs and letters. Don't forget the letters. If this
You
gets
need
commercialized and the letters aren't a part of this, I'm going to be angry.
Yeah, so we're just gonna keep moving. I think if there's nothing, I
I have no.
Yeah,
just
keep pushing forward.
mean, we don't no dallying anymore.
As you descend, the 7th level is of no interest, but similar condition of the 6th. You descend into the 8th level. This
The level of demons.
is different. It almost appears barely untouched.
Oh, thank goodness, it's safe.
It stopped. So you guys walk into the center of this lobby area, or this opening, where you can see the cart tracks that span off down the caverns and then further down into mines. You can see tools that are set up, workbenches and resource containers. Everybody, again, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
I've rolled just the dirtiest, nastiest, sluttiest little
Stankiest.
20.
Yep. All right.
21.
Ooh, good.
17 total.
17 and 6. Okay. With a 17... All right, so let's start with Darling and Gus. With those rolls, the air already feels thicker. It almost feels like high altitude, which doesn't make sense. Because as you breathe in, it just gets harder to breathe. The air feels weaker, more frail. Your chest feels tighter. But the two of you notice, Gus, especially you, since you saw it the first time, May, the air that May is breathing in is distorted at best. Right? It's there's almost like an onyx tint to it as she's breathing it in and breathing it out. And with those rolls too, Darling and Gus, as you kind of look around, and the world feels sluggish. As you move, it takes the world a second to move with you. And you see in this cavern, the cavern system that would lead to where they're mining the raw materials from, where when you first entered the level, it seemed pristine and in place. Now, the corners of the ceilings and the where the floor meets the wall, there's this shape of sloping, almost kind of curving these, and as you look further at what that is and then kind of tighten your eyes, squint and look, you can see that this is webbing of some kind that is sprawled all over this cavern. And with a 17, Cassiel, you being of a different makeup, once you guys hit this floor, Cassiel, whenever you were transitioned into this form, you've really been able to feel your center, yourself, that metronome tick, right? That back and forth, which is seemingly what you would feel is your own heartbeat. As you enter this level, you hear the echoes of a metronome as you walk onto this plane. And May, your breathing becomes labored, and you're trying to keep it steady. But the edges of your vision begin to darken. They begin to, the world itself begins to almost begin to lose saturation, and you can feel your chest getting tight, and it getting harder and harder to breathe.
May reaches out and grabs onto Gus's shoulder for like support and to like try and stabilize myself.
Whoa, what's going on, May?
I'm so dizzy. I don't know. I can't.
Here, take the air from my lungs, and I'll give some mouth to mouth real quick.
And as he goes to do this, before he reaches you, you hear almost in the back corners of your consciousness, you hear, "Welcome home." And that's where we're going to end this episode.
I don't live here.
This is not our house. You're not our dad.
You're not my dad.
You're not my dad. Oh, okay.
I hate my dad.
I hate my dad. He went out for milk and
If you were my dad, I would kill you.
I don't drink milk ever.
I don't give a shit about my boat.
Fuck them. It was a well-marketed campaign to get people to drink a lot of milk. Not for me. Perfect. Yeah, so Shane, can you do me a favor and do your honor, do your due diligence and justice to do the roll for humanity?
I would love to.
Into a new month, which means we need a.
That can't be true.
It is true because we have 3 donkey
I've only yeah, exactly. So how is that only?
But we went center reproductive rights, and an extra month or week or something. It falls weird.
All right, the donkeys get shafted again.
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess there's no justice for the donkeys.
I mean, you can just do it. I mean, listen, if you want to cheapen out on world builders and not give the full December to them like we normally do, that's fine.
Let me do a quick prayer to my patron.
To be fair, I think the last episode was Donkey Rescue, and that actually airs in December, so we've already kind of messed that up.
Let me quickly channel my patron wisdom.
Your Donald Duck wisdom, got it.
Well, I'm reaching out to Patrick Rothfuss. In my heart, my mind. It's me again. Hey,
why haven't you written back? I'm sorry, that's not why we're here.
I was thinking about giving the money to the donkeys. Cause I feel bad for them still. What do you think?
Dear Shay, please give money to the donkeys. Also, I'm not sure how you got my new address. Love Patrick Rothfuss's legal team.
Sounds about right.
All right. So we're gonna give it to the donkeys. So I rolled 12. I rolled 12, and the $12 goes to donkey.
Yes, we feed the donkeys.
So you can go to Peaceful Valley Donkey Rescue and join us in Rolling for Humanity for the donkeys, because that's what this is all about.
Isn't it rolling for animality?
Donkeys have done too much for humanity for them to not just get an honorary. I mean, if you think about like civilization in the world and like the monuments of humanity,
right?
Think about how many of those were crafted with donkey power.
I think they deserve a human badge.
Yeah, and they did kind of get shit on, right? Like donkey power was around, and then now we're measuring cars in horsepower. Like they got the short end.
Yeah, it's for sure.
We could have
an
donkey
injustice.
power, and these numbers would be much higher.
Much higher. And big numbers is good.
Yeah, how much horsepower? 300? Yeah. Well, I have 1,200 donkey power, huh? 1,200 donkeys under the hood.
Donkey
brain-
tonk, but donka-donk.
Yeah, so my brain grasped at donkey and went to Donkey Kong, and then my brain was like, wait, that's not a donkey.
That's a monk.
Donkey Kong is a monkey.
Well, I would love for some serious fan fiction on the fact that he's actually a form of donkey. He's just been tested on by King Cruel, and that's why he's so angry.
Okay, so you know that fucking Dwayne's not on the forums. You know he's not out there in the deep DK fan fiction world because he pronounced King K. Rool as cruel.
King Cruel,
What a
yeah.
fucking K. Rool! Say it with me. Say K
Cruel?
and say rule.
Cruel? Sorry,
Go again,
I
nice,
mispronounced it one more time. How do you do it?
K. Rool.
K?
Rule.
Oh, cruel. Got it. Hey, well, it is now a time. It is now a time that I'm, you know what? I like doing this. Here is my joke. And this is Shane's chance to dunk on me. We'll see what happens. When I was a kid, my dad got fired from his job as a road worker for theft. I refused to believe he could do such a thing. But when I got home, the signs were all there.
There wasn't really an opportunity for you to
Yeah, there
jump
wasn't
in
really
there.
an opportunity for you to slam on. All right, here we go. I already did the elephant one. Never mind.
I like
all
the
right,
power
cool.
play of just taking the option away from him entirely, though.
I mean, it's fine.
That's
I'll
how
just
I-
move on.
yeah.
I mean, that's
That's
the way
how I
you do
would.
it.
Yeah.
All right,
I can't tell you to
got-
ask my D.
Wow, 1,000 of them. Did you hear about the guy who froze to death at the drive-in?
Froze to death at the drive-in.
He went to see Closed for the winter. The movie.
That's
Yeah, it
what
was pretty
wrong with
weak. Yep. All right,
Okay.
moving on. I got weak jokes tonight. Shane, tell a better joke. Recover me.
What do you call a magical dog?
Ooh. I don't know.
Abracadoodle.
A lab abracadoodle. All right,
That's cute.
that's good.
Very
pretty good.
cute.
Hey, Bon.
Okay, why do seagulls fly over the ocean?
Because if they flew over the bay, they'd be bagels.
Yeah.
That is one of my
Got me.
favorites.
That's a good one.
I tell that to many children. It's an easy one. They get it.
Especially small children or several of them?
Mostly in pieces.
In your area or in remote locations, it's important.
Do they come
It
in
just
bits?
depends on the zip code. There's certain ones I'm not allowed in. Yeah. Jen, tell me a dad joke. Tell me a
Yeah,
joke.
I'll certainly give it a shot. Let's see. I once entered 10 puns into a contest just to see if at least one would win. How many do you think won?
No pun intended.
No
Yep.
pun intended.
That's good. Nice. All right,
Oh,
Caleb.
suck. S my D, Ginge.
1,000 of them.
Get that's Kayla's line. You guys keep
I know.
attributing
I
it
loved
to me.
it. That was fucking hilarious. I laughed at the time and laughed when I re-listened it.
I steal everything from it. What's yours is mine. What's mine is
Yeah.
yours.
Yeah.
That's the deal.
Devin made us one
Thank
flesh.
you.
You're right.
As we
Yeah,
learned
that's
from the grocery list and the dipping ordeal from last episode. But it's cool.
Did that make it into the episode?
Yes,
It sure did.
yeah.
I saw comments on it in the show discussion.
Yeah, people talking about it.
Our episode is aired already?
Yeah, because we're behind.
Don't worry about it.
Why did the cookie go to the hospital?
Because it's
He was
feeling
in
Crumbling
crumbly.
mental health.
Yeah.
Close it for crummy.
Oh,
Got it.
nice.
It's good.
I want to point out.
Hey, Bon, you can now tell my wife to Esther D.
No, I love Caleb.
You can tell her that it's a slam dunk. That's what the S&D stands for.
Yeah,
Mm.
1,000 slam dunks. What do you think
Oh,
we've been saying?
Been slamming your dunk.
You
This
can
is-
slam my dunk
listen,
1,000 times.
this is
Slamming the
not-
Dunkaroos.
This is not an explicit podcast. We're family friendly.
Oh, it's not explicit at all.
I've been thinking about not swearing the whole time that Devin was gone, but I must have goofed that up already, surely.
That was some dumb shit because I fucked it up.
If you have a dick, then it's a slam dunk. If you don't have a dick, then you're allowed to tell someone to suck your dick. Because we both know that I don't have a dick. So it doesn't mean anything. So I can tell everyone to suck 1,000 dicks. I'm just allowed to. 'Cause I don't
Yeah,
have a
but you're
dick.
not saying suck my dick. You're saying suck 1,000 dicks. That could be anyone's dick.
Yeah, that's still.
There's
That's,
Your whole argument just imploded on itself.
first of all, you're not even offering up your own, right? You're offering up strangers. How are these
saying, hey.
strangers coming into this situation?
You go about your business, but when on your way, if you could suck 1,000 dicks, that would be stellar.
Listen, there's a casting call with a bunch of actors over there. Just tell them it's for the role.
I want you to form an orderly line.
All right. It is with great honor. Shane, you have to fill the gap that Devin leaves. So, as we always say,
Existence is suffering.
We love
we love
you.
you.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.